UPIKE viewers, I'm Marianne Fletcher.
And I'm Christian Wright. We're here to cover some of the most recent news around UPIKE and the surrounding community.
In today's show, we'll be featuring stories on UPIKE success at the All-Tech Innovation Competition, the Action Research Summit, the Growing Warriors Project, Freedom Seed and Feed, and the new SGA elections.
But for our top story, Alex Smith spent some time at Pikeville's 2015 Hillbilly Days Festival. Here's what he experienced.
It's the 39th annual Hillbilly Days here in Pikeville, and there has been a great turnout this year.
What I've enjoyed about Hillbilly Days so far is the food and the carnival and hanging out with friends.
While the carnival seems to be the biggest attraction here at Hillbilly Days, a lot of folks seem to enjoy the live music, the cornhole tournaments, and the great crafts being sold underneath the parking garage.
So as you can see, Hillbilly Days 2015 has had a great turnout of people. They're having a great time, they're enjoying some wonderful food, great atmosphere, and some pretty good entertainers.
Well, I got here because I was invited to come. I do a lot of festivals and fairs all over the country. Maybe festivals, fairs, and corporate events and theme parks. And they invited me a few months ago, and I'm happy to be here. This is my first time here.
Hillbilly Days isn't all about having a good time or the food, though. It's also about raising money for the Shriners Hospital.
The Shriners use the money that they raise for Hillbilly Days to help the children, the crippled children, and they do such good work. We actually were here the very first Hillbilly Days, and it has grown so much. And over the course of the years, they've raised so much money and done so much good for a lot of people.
This is Alex Smith for Bear TV News. You stay classy, Pikeville.
Thanks, Alex, for the coverage.
For our next segment, we'll send it over to Scotty Whitaker, where he had a chance to cover the announcement of the SGA election results and speak with UPIKE's new SGA president-elect.
Monday, April 20th, the University of Pikeville selected a new SGA president and vice president. Junior Colin McCoy was selected as the president, while junior Caitlin Halsey was elected vice president.
My vision as SGA president would probably, the main thing that I campaigned for throughout the whole thing was that I want to be a voice for the students when they feel like they have no voice. I didn't come out with any kind of promises like things I'm going to get or all these things that I may not keep. I came out just saying that if a student feels like there's something that needs changed on this campus, I want to be the person they feel like they can go to and be the person that they feel like can actually do something to change that. So basically, I just want to be a voice for those who feel like they have no voice.
Both are looking to improve the UPIKE students' quality of life. They're also looking to help the students out at the university.
SGA is mostly just like, first of all, our main thing is to be the voice of the students. But we also plan most of the events on campus where a lot of behind the scenes work goes into it. So we plan events like motivational speakers. We had the bingo night a while back where we gave out free prizes and a lot of things like that. So basically, SGA, we're here to be a voice for you guys, and sometimes that voice can be to host events. That way students can enjoy their time here at UPIKE. So we're here just to make your time at UPIKE a better time.
The SGA president also said, if you have a problem and you see him around on campus, feel free to let him know if you think anything needs to be done or that the university can do to help you out. I'm Scotty Whitaker here reporting at the University of Pikeville. Back to you.
Thanks, Scotty. We look forward to seeing how the new SGA officers help improve our university.
We now turn to Aaron Asbury for a story on how some UPIKE classes are getting involved in Kentucky's growing hemp industry.
Recently, students with the University of Pikeville have been exploring the role of hemp in the region's sustainability with farmers Kevin Lanzi and Fred Lewis from the Lexington-based agricultural organization Freedom Seed and Feed.
Here today at Pikeville University, we're working on decorticating hemp for research on the valuable products that are possible through hemp as a cash crop.
The plant itself can be used in medicine, it can be used in building materials, it can be used as food. The biggest thing is the fact that it can be more biodegradable and basically be more sustainable.
While the students in our Applied Sustainability course were learning about the practical applications of hemp and the crop's role in Kentucky's future, one of the farmers with Freedom Seed and Feed, Todd Howard, was able to speak to us at the site of the hemp pilot project in Pike County.
We're going to grow some hemp up on an old mine land. We're going to grow 4 acres. With those kids, we're looking to move forward and try something different. I'm not sure exactly what to expect, but at the same time, we've got to try something. We've got to be a part of the solution instead of never trying anything. So I'm just happy to be here and excited and scared to death all at the same time.
For Bear TV, I'm Aaron Asbury.
Thanks for the story, Aaron. We all look forward to seeing the positive impacts the hemp industry will have on Kentucky's economy.
We'll now send it over to Jackson Hussey for his report on the Action Research Summit.
We are here today at the Eastern Kentucky Expo Center where the Action Research Summit is being held, sponsored by Appalachian Renaissance Initiative and The Holler. Over 1,000 teachers, along with students who have been working on bringing technology to the classroom, have gathered today to present their projects. We sat down with Bruce Parsons of The Holler to get inside of the event.
We have teachers and educators, over 1,000 people here today from all the 17 districts in Eastern Kentucky who are working on projects throughout the region, bringing technology initiatives to Eastern Kentucky school kids.
We also asked on how the viewers can watch the presentations.
Through the Holler Project, there's 10 different locations for presentations here in the expo today, and so we have camera crews all through all 10 of those locations. So we're streaming many of them, and we're recording all this footage. So once today is over, we'll spend the next week processing all this footage and getting up on the site. So going forward, anyone who wants to see who presented their project or any ideas throughout all of today, they'll be able to log in and access that at any time.
Teachers in our communities are building on successful strategies and creating environments that sustain a culture of performance based on the kind of continuous improvement necessary to bring about faster and better critical problem solving that will increase student achievement.
As for the future, Bruce Parsons has high hopes.
This is the end of the first year of the grant. There are 3 more years that are going to happen, and I think what we've accomplished in such a short amount of time is pretty remarkable. And I don't think, as this conference is wrapping up today, that people are going to question anymore whether rural Kentucky should have been given this opportunity.
I'm Jackson Hussey, and this is Bear TV News.
Thanks, Jackson. We are all very excited about what KVEC and the Holler will continue to do for the area.
In our next story, Sarah Kinney took some time to speak with several UPIKE students that took home a major prize for a truly innovative idea.
The University of Pikeville students rose to victory amongst 7 other Kentucky universities in a battle of brains and cutting-edge ideas. The All-Tech Innovation Competition praised students for their innovative approaches to boosting Kentucky's economy, and in doing so, found themselves sitting on a nice chunk of change.
All-Tech is a health and animal sciences corporation headquartered in Kentucky, and they have various businesses in their corporation. They have a theme of innovations in food and agriculture.
The UPIKE Business Group, also known as Team Rhizofeed, faced stiff competition on their way to success.
It's just a blessing to be able to compete at a competition like that, much less win it, especially when you're competing against the likes of Louisville, University of Kentucky, Western Kentucky. It's a real surreal experience.
Participating in these various business competitions has truly been something foreign to me. With a biology background, typically we don't see, business competitions, and it was something completely new, and it was both nerve-wracking but, truly exciting to be a part of.
UPIKE graduate student Justin Prater's long-term interest in the bloodroot, which is indigenous to the mountains of eastern Kentucky, opened the door to incorporating German innovation here in the United States.
So I was looking at the bloodroot plant online at different ways that you can use it, and I found a company in Germany called Phytobiotics that was using bloodroot as chicken feed extract or chicken feed additives. And no one else was doing this in the United States, so that's where I came up with the idea.
This process was sparked with one idea and was cultivated and refined by teamwork and ingenuity.
We went from about 3 months ago to being 5 total strangers to winning All-Tech.
Reporting for Bear TV, this is Sarah Kinney.
The Rhizofeed team also took home a first-place prize of $7,500 at the state finals of Ideas State U this past weekend.
Next, we have a story about a regional project that is helping combat veterans readjust to life in an innovative way.
The city of Williamson, West Virginia. It's a small town right across the Kentucky border and is home to the organization of Growing Warriors. We had the pleasure of talking to veteran Jason Lincolnhoker in his role in Growing Warriors and how the organization works.
Basically, my job is managing the veterans, getting them to grow, come into the group, and grow and produce. At which turns they can keep what they grow to supplement their own diets and reduce their own household food costs, as well as any excess that they can sell, will purchase to sell at the market and we also have 2 local restaurants that are committed to buy from us when we start producing.
Jason also said that not only does the organization help out veterans, but volunteers are welcome to join Growing Warriors to help grow and produce food. He also states that the big thing in Williamson is sustainability.
What's grown here is bought here, sold here, and is consumed here.
I also asked Jason about how working with other veterans helps each other in dealing with PTSD.
Studies have shown that the simple fact of putting your hands in the earth, in the soil, has therapeutic benefits as well. You don't have to say a word, and the benefits of just working in the soil has been shown to relieve some of the PTSD symptoms.
As you can see, the Growing Warriors are taking great strides in the community of Williamson. The townspeople are behind the organization, and sustainability is increasing. The Growing Warriors are currently looking for veterans to help grow crops and to help sell food at local farmers markets on the weekends across the town. Reporting live, Rob Rundle, Bear TV News.
In our next story, we'll look at a student-led sustainability conference that was recently held at UPIKE.
Several students and staff members participated in the student-led conference, a conference that changes the entire landscape of University of Pikeville. Here, we spoke with several students and staff members about giving people advice in the near future.
We've joined up with Friends of the Briggs Park, and we've kind of been looking at different projects that the park needs. We felt like we had access to a lot of talented resources, and we thought we could pull together something that could really do the park justice.
Well, I'm actually taking a course at UPIKE this semester called Research in Applied Sustainability with Darla French and Eric Mathis, and we have been exploring sustainable alternatives to living and thriving in this world. But I would really like to see some of the community members come in, because they're all a part of this, as much as we are. So I would really like to see community involvement.
After speaking with students and staff, their thoughts on sustainability hopefully will impact the world. For now, this is Bear TV News, and I'm Joseph James Holland.
Up next, we have Caitlin Massey bringing us the campus update.
Here are just a few events happening on campus this week. What's Up Wednesday will begin with a free event called UPIKE U Parodies. This is a video contest for campus organizations, clubs, and teams whose entries will raise money for a local nonprofit organization, Judy's Place for Kids. If students would like to participate, their group just needs to create their own short parody of a popular TV show or film. Students can send their links to andrewreed@upike.edu. The University of Pikeville Coleman College of Business will be hosting its 3rd Startup Challenge on May 9th. The event is open to all Eastern Kentucky residents. Finally, last Friday, UPIKE faculty and staff got together for an end-of-year celebration in the Pikeville Community Park.
I'm here at the UPIKE faculty and staff end-of-the-year celebration, and as you can tell from the crowd behind me, there's been a great turnout.
Last year we decided to set aside a chunk of money to have an employee appreciation program. We bought t-shirts for everybody. And it was a special t-shirt that was designed. You couldn't buy it in the bookstore, you couldn't buy it online, you couldn't get it printed up at any of the local places. It was just for our faculty and staff.
Crystal says, although this is the first time they have hosted this event, they hope to have something like this every year.
This is kind of the big send-off. It's been a long year. We're right there at the end of the year, and there's this final push for finals, and we want to amp everybody up and help them get over that hurdle. We decided to rent the park out, get some inflatables, good food. We've got face painting, we've got cotton candy, snow cones, balloons, cornhole boards, and just make it fun and get everybody energized to get through the end of the school year.
And to alleviate the stress, they did. Michael says he hopes everyone had a great time and let go a little.
You can see all the smiles in everyone's faces, and they seem to be really enjoying the day. My big thanks is to all the faculty and staff that work so hard every day to make UPIKE what it is, because without all of them, as well as all the students, we wouldn't have a purpose for being here. So it's just great to see everybody here with their families and children and enjoying the day.
For Bear TV News, I'm Marianne Fletcher.
How much fun did you have today? Wow.
That's your campus update. I'm Caitlin Massey with Bear TV.
Thanks, Caitlin, for that information.
Up next, we have a sports update from Trey Hutchinson.
Thanks, Marianne. As the semester sprints to a finish, we have a few Bears earning Mid-South Conference honors. From the men's basketball team, Kenny Manningold being voted Player of the Year by the National Association of Basketball Coaches. Manningold also made the first Team All-Americans list, with following teammates KK Simmons and Makari Brooks. As for the Lady Bears, in tennis, Macrina Acuna made first Team All-Americans list, and as track and field sprints into action, they took 6th and 7th place in the Mid-South Conference Championships. Men's tennis MSC Championship run comes to an end, losing to number 2 Campbellsville. Baseball loses to number 14 Campbellsville, and record sits at 15-26, while the softball team is sitting at a record of 19-17, currently awaiting the Mid-South Conference tournament. In other news, are you ready for some football? The football team went back into action April 16th for the annual Black versus White spring game. I was in attendance, and the Bears, coming off a 5-6 record last season, are feeling the effects of the graduating seniors. There weren't many big plays from the receiving corps. Both black and white teams' QBs either left it to their backs or relied on their own feet to carry the teams. In the end, the black team, carried by quarterback R.J. Gordon, JUCO transfer from Antelope Valley, and his 2 rushing touchdowns put the white team away. I'm Trey Hutchinson, bringing you your Bears sports updates. Back to Christian and Marianne.
All right, that wraps it up for this edition of Bear TV News. Thanks a lot for joining us, everyone. I'm Marianne Fletcher.
And I'm Christian Wright. We'll see you next time.